So here's our drawing that we've just created of our candle shade side. And what we're going to do now is create a second design. So I'm going to click on this tab here for new design. And I'm going to call this, save it right away, just the same as we did last time. So this one I'm going to call John Wilson Candle Shade Side Assembled, because it's the assembled or put together version. Check where it's saving, so if you need to, just click on that drop down menu, make sure it's going into your candle shade folder or project, and click save there. And it should give us a name up here and should give us a name here as well. Now, if we look at our data panel, having done that, we've got these two designs. Our data panel, if we go to our candle shade project, should show two designs because we've saved two designs. One of them has the side piece on it, which is that, obviously the thumbnail of this, and this is the thumbnail of the design we've just started. There's nothing in the thumbnail because there's nothing on the design at the moment. So what we're going to do is, with that one open, our new design open, we're going to right click on the first piece we drew, and we're going to ask it to insert it into the current design. And when it does that, it's going to appear in there, and you're just going to click OK or press enter. Then you're going to repeat that a second time, insert into the current design. At this point you start to need to be a little bit careful because it will put it right on top of the first one. So I'm going to move that away in that direction, like so. You can obviously scroll around, and I'm also going to change the direction by 180 degrees, so those two are now facing each other. Really important, really important. Press OK when you've done that. So now we've got two pieces. Of course we need another two, so we repeat that a third time. Again, it's going to put it directly on top of the first one. I'm going to come around this time 90 degrees. I'm going to use that arrow there to pull it a bit in this direction, and I'm also going to use that arrow there to slide it along a little bit in that direction. I'd be really careful not to move it up or down at this point, and really careful to make sure you click OK. So now we've got three pieces. They're not touching, they're not perfectly aligned, but they're sort of at least the right way around. And then of course we're going to repeat it a fourth and final time. This one is going to have to come 90 degrees that way, and I would again use your arrow handles to just move a little bit along those planes, and again really remember, press OK when you've done that. So then we've got four pieces, but they're not joined, they're not touching. It's not a good idea to try and join them up by eye. There's a tool that will help you do that. So we're going to click the top edge of that mitre there, press and hold down Shift and click the top edge of that mitre, and then we come up to the top to our assemble toolbox and we say join those two together, and you'll notice that one moves to the other. Now there is an order here, and the order is that the first one you click, so we're going to do that, press and hold Shift and select the second one. If you don't press and hold Shift, then as you select the second one, you will deselect the first one. But the first one moves, the first one selected moves to the second one selected. So that should then move like so and just wiggle itself into place. Remember to click OK when you've done that. The OK is a really sort of important part when you're doing this. And select that, and remember the first one is going to move to the second one that I click, and assemble and join, and boom. Okay. So there you go. Then there's four sides selected. You'll notice in our browser here that we've got four components. Well, all of those components are the same. They're all the same drawing or model that we had previously, but that's why this is starting to fill up a little bit. Okay, we're going to click save, we're going to click OK, and then we're ready. You'll notice that our thumbnail now changes here, and we're now ready to draw and then insert our plywood base.